just bought the oldest versus the newest Apple product. Apple has come an incredibly long way. What started as a business in a garage is now making devices that quite literally run our lives. Today we're diving into the wild evolution of Apple, comparing their first ever products to their newest tech products. From their first ever chunky, bulky iPod, all the way up to their newest iPhone 16. So we can truly see how much Apple has changed over the years. Starting with the first wired headphones versus the headphones that we currently use today. So these were the headphones that started coming with the iPhones, the iPod, and they were just the wired ones. I'm not sure if these are the original, but nobody uses wired headphones anymore.
I do.
Do you actually? Swear. Chat, please like this video because Joel can't afford AirPods. So these came in this little plastic case, the good old days when Apple used to actually give you something with your phone that you bought. Comes with a little wire. It actually had the stink aux cable in it. No, don't see this one anymore. These are actually, they get older than this. This is not the first ones. I lied. The first ones are like those little silver ones. Maybe we'll find those somewhere else in here. Okay, so the problem with these though is like they're getting tangled. Every time you put them in your pocket, they're getting tangled, like without a doubt. Here, on the other hand, the AirPod Pros, these are $250. They are expensive, but for good reason. The audio quality is unmatched and the noise cancellation, crispy, dude, crispy. So these are what we currently use in today's day and age. Well, like the newest piece of tech that we have for the headphones. They have the USB-C, obviously, and they have noise cancellation, and they are very good. They have a ton of battery life. Like I charge my AirPods like once a week and I use them all the time. And then on the inside, we have the different size what are these? I don't know what these are called. You guys get the point. It's time to put it to the test. Did the audio quality actually get that much better? First things first, our wired headphones. Audio, pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie. Like it sounds great. The constraint is that you're like wired down. That's not the vibe. Versus the AirPod Pros. They're so clean and sexy. And the connection's much simpler. It's better, bro. Be so freaking for real. It's so much better. And not only does it sound like clearer and crispier, but the noise cancellation just helps you, like you're only hearing the song. You're not hearing anything else. On this one, new is obviously better. And it's been a really good advancement. Shout out Apple for our AirPods, my favorite. I use mine every day, all day. I think these are only like 20 bucks though, right? These are like 20, these are 250. So Apple just kept getting more and more expensive. And here we have the first ever,
boom. That's iPod. I happen to have one right here in my pocket, matter of fact.
iPod. This iPod was announced in October of 2001. And this was a significant milestone because this is pretty much a portable music player that could hold up to 1,000 songs. This was the future. And honestly, looking at this now, this is still pretty up to date. Like, yes, it is chunkier than like the average devices we have, and it's just like lower quality, but it wasn't huge. It wasn't like you're carrying around a giant like CD player anymore. Like this is a banger right here. I will say I've never ever seen that charger in my life. I don't even know if that charger exists anymore. Now this is a device that our wired headphones will actually work on because it does, wait, hold on. Did times change or something or what? What do you mean? I think it's the same, it's always been the same headphone jack, right? Because it's like not fitting. Honestly, this thing's probably not even functional. Let's be so freaking for real. This thing is quite literally older than me. That's insane to say. I was born in 2003, this is 2001. So am I a baby? Am I a kid? This is kind of embarrassing. I can hear all the comments being like, she's too young to understand. Let me live, bro. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have, it's okay, it's a brick, it can survive that. Unfortunately, we do not have the charger to be able to even try out this product anymore, but we do have the evolution of several different products here. Later in 2005, Apple introduced the first ever iPod Shuffle.
We are introducing the iPod Shuffle, and this is what it looks like.
This was supposed to be a thinner, more lightweight, and also more affordable option than compared to this one. Because obviously this one has a screen and it's just like bigger and bulkier. This one is literally looks like a hard drive, like a little flash drive. This packaging, I will say, it looks pretty good to be, this was 2005. Like what? 120 songs, that's it? Kind of bad actually. Oh my gosh, this thing is super tiny though. What the? See, these are the headphones I'm talking about. All the haters are gonna come at me. So these were like more the original headphones, guys. Please don't comment mean stuff. So these are the headphones I was talking about that are like the oldest version of the AirPods or like headphones. These look crazy. Look at that shape, what the heck? And then here's our little iPod Shuffle. Oh my gosh, this thing is tiny. Look at that. I actually like this way better than this. This is a good progression because it's just simple and to the point. You just skip, you know? That's kind of annoying though. You have to like keep going through, like if you want to find a certain song, you just have skipping and skipping, right? Is that how that works? How do you even put music on this thing. It is a hard drive, what the heck? This is a piece of history right here. If we're gonna kick it old school, we're gonna need an old school device. Old reliable, baby, old reliable. The fact that half of this stuff still works today, it's a really good testament to how good quality Apple products are. Well, that's if I can get it to work. Hold on, might have spoke too soon. All right, iTunes popped up. See if we can connect to your new iPod. Okay, after a little bit of trial and error, I believe I was able to get this to connect to some songs. So let's see. How do you turn this on? Am I dumb? Chat, this might be broken. Okay, so I let this charge for like an hour, and now it's time to see if we can actually listen to music on it. This thing better still work. It's not that old. Chat, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it worked. Can you try to figure this out? Or am I tripping? Here. Honestly, this was such a cool invention. It is very lightweight and small, but unfortunately, I only have one song on there. Party in the USA. This sounds like a drag though. Like, I would hate to have to download every song that I like on this to be able to listen to it. But at the time of this, that was a pretty good upgrade. Now in today's day and age, the newest iPod Shuffle looks a little more like this. Did we really upgrade? This was my dream to have when I was younger. Like, all I really wanted for Christmas was an iPod Shuffle, and I did get a pink iPod Shuffle. So shout out mom. The newest iPod Shuffle is actually even smaller than theirs, which is crazy. Like, it just turned into this little tiny square, which makes sense because you don't need something bigger than this to listen to music on. And it's just the same, it's like the same exact thing, just modernized a little bit. Just play, start, gift, and volume. This is a very simple device by Apple, and you can just like clip it onto something. That's a cool little add-on. Honestly, I feel like they didn't advance too much, but like, what else do you add to an iPod? So this is the iPod Touch, and we did significantly advance throughout the years. This is one of the newer iPods. Obviously, it's a ton. It's like the same exact like style, like the silver background, listens to music on it. But this one has a much bigger screen on it compared to this one. And it's like way thinner, which is super nice because this looks like a freaking brick compared to this one now. It's so skinty. This was already a really good upgrade because this one is actually touchscreen. We love. This one came out a little bit later in 2007, and honestly, crazy adjustments from Apple already. I'm super upset that we don't have the newest iPod Touch on hand, but the newest iPod Touch is very similar to this one, but just more advanced, even thinner. The newest iPod Touch actually has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It even has a camera on it. It's pretty much like an iPhone without the cellular. We started with just the classic iPod, then we got a touch version, then we got some shuffle versions, and my personal favorite of the iPod lineup, the iPod Nano.
The biggest revolution since the original iPod. And it is my privilege to show it to you now. 1,000 songs in your pocket, the iPod Nano.
It just looks so cool, and they're still one of the thinnest Apple devices out there. Like, it's so tiny. Still have a little touch screen, but it's not doing too much, you know? Like, it looks cool, it's futuristic, but it's not trying to be an iPhone. So truly, the order goes iPod, iPod Mini, which we don't have, the iPod Shuffle, the iPod Nano, then the iPod Touch, then the newer iPod Shuffle. Don't quote me on that timeline, okay? This is just speculation. Please don't hold this against me in the court of law. What did the first iPod Nano look like? I feel like this looks too modern to be like before this. So this is more what the first iPod Nano looked like. We don't have it. People are gonna hate on me. She said oldest versus newest. Look, guys. Do you know how hard it is to get your hands on some of the first Apple products? It's freaking difficult, okay? So bear with me and stop being a hater. Back to what I was saying. So this is what one of the first iPod Nano looks like. This was the updated iPod. So this goes like even later on. What a cute little iPod lineup we got here. This is cool. I like this. My favorite though, still this one. I don't know, I just think it's cool. I like the pink, let's be honest. So cool to see like the iPod transitioning from like what it was to what's become to now like nobody really uses iPods in general because anything the iPod can do, your iPhone can do better. I don't know, should we bring back iPods? They're pretty much an extinct species at this point, but they were cool while they lasted. Next up, we have the prehistoric MacBook.
There's something in the air. It's called the MacBook Air. It's the world's thinnest notebook.
One of Apple's best inventions, might I add. Spoiler alert, this is not the first ever MacBook, but it does look very similar. The first ever MacBook was more of like squarish shape. I don't have it on hand, unfortunately. But the first MacBook came out in 2006. And yes, they both, even though this is not the first MacBook, both of them are insanely chunky and heavy. Like this thing does feel like a brick. And let me tell you, the overheating problems this thing has is crazy. As a first-hand user, this was what my first MacBook looked like, was this exact model. model. And trust me, right now it looks prehistoric, but back then, this was all the rage. This was the hype, bro. Like, I was so hyped. My first ever YouTube videos were edited on this thing. Did it crash on me like every couple minutes? Sure, but dude, it was the future. Surprisingly, this MacBook is still able to hold up in today's day and age. I did do a video where I survived using only the first Apple products for 24 hours, and you guys should check it out after this, but this one actually held up pretty well. When these MacBooks were coming out, these were costing like $1,200 at the time, which seems like a lot now for this hunk of junk, but back then it was quite literally revolutionary. Like, every first gen Apple product still top of the game for the time. Like, this compared to the computers that they're used to, it was actually quite modern and sleek. For the time, this was pretty good because it's actually really portable, and it actually had a CD player. When's the last time you seen one of those, right? And this one actually has an Ethernet port and the older charging spot right there. And I did like how the old logo used to glow on the back. It was kind of like a nice little add-on, nice little feature that we do miss. This white though, oof, it's not the vibe, not the vibe. Yeah, so it was like around $1,300 versus, this is gonna be crazy, the newest MacBook Pro M4 chip, 16 gigabytes of memory, 512 gigabytes of storage, and it only costs $2,000. But honestly, rightfully so. This thing is one of the best inventions ever by Apple. Am I an Apple glazer? Sure. Yes, I am. Hate me, sue me. I like Apple. Oh. Here is the new 2025 MacBook Pro. Off the bat, I'm already like, this thing is actually really freaking heavy. Like, they feel around the same weight. I know that this one's significantly, like, a little bit lighter. To be honest, they're both really heavy. But honestly, it's because this thing just, it's so powerful. And then now we have this new, which is strange. We went from the USB-C charger back to this like magnetic thing, right? This is the charger for the older MacBook. Very similar style, actually. Both like this magnetic little like cable, but this one's obviously way faster at charging. Bro, they used to get like dangerously hot. Like, that was like a safety hazard. That blew up my house, dude. Here is our MacBook Pro. You only appreciate the new stuff when you put it side by side, you know? You never know what you got until you lose it. Whoa, it's so nice. We have like a freaking Touch ID for the password, which is super, super cool. Obviously, this didn't have that. The most upsetting part is the freaking ports on this thing. There's no ports over here, right? Or what's, oh, you know what? This is the Pro model. Oh, sick. Okay, so the Pro model has the HDMI and SD card reader. This side has two USB-Cs.
A reader called VoiceOver.
Don't tell me what to do.
To use VoiceOver.
No. Like, literally just look at the screen difference, like the brightness that this is capable of. This cannot compare to this brightness. Like, the screen is just dull. It's not crispy versus this one. It's like 4K Retina. Like, those are some big words, Retina. And honestly, the battery life is huge. This is gonna last significantly longer. By the time I brought this out, this was at 69%. It's been 10 minutes, it's at 64%. How did it drop 5%? It's literally just sitting here. Dude, we need to like try to edit like on both of these. Like, see if this could even handle a video that this, I'm gonna import a clip and it's gonna literally crash, I guarantee you. The speakers on the MacBook Pros go crazy, dude. This is a beast. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. He sounds like a whole theater. That's insane. Versus. Whoa, what is this song? That's crispy. That's insane. I will say the advancement in the speakers are crazy. I've never heard a MacBook speaker this good before. I don't have a Pro, but this is so nice. It's like I'm in the same room as them. Like, what? We're setting this up for failure right now. I feel bad. We're really like, I'm sorry. Comparison for science, guys. Oh, that's so nice. This is not even loading. Can't even comprehend it. Hello? Give her a minute. Does it look good or no?
It's frozen.
It's frozen. Dude, it can't even run the video. That is crazy. It's like 4K. Okay, obviously, there's a clear winner here. Dude, that's so funny. Okay, that was literally just playing a video. Imagine trying to edit a video. All right, we need to try that. We have some video pulled up on both sides, and I want to see if we're able to edit on both. So here's the older MacBook. Oh, why is it so glitchy, bro?
Make it full screen. Not the full screen, but.
Oh, hey.
Sure, everybody has said they're addicted to
Whoa, what am I saying?
I do this.
Dude, it's not cutting. Why is it so buggy? Like it's working. It's doing the job. It's just very, very laggy. What am I cooked? What am I saying? Honestly, I'm not super mad about it. I feel like for cutting, it's doing a pretty good job versus like this thing is so old. It's like 10 years old. You have to give it some credit versus this one. Oh my God, speakers are so good. Dude, everything is just so much better. Everything is so much better over here. Like the quality looks crazy. What if? Okay, you're fired. It's like so smooth, like no lagging whatsoever. Great, and the audio and the video is crazy, dude. I need to get one of these for editing. Wow, look at that. Oh, this is so unfair. This is obviously winner right here. It's an obvious winner. My heart, I missed them. Okay, that's all. Okay, so we have an obvious winner on which is better at editing. It's not even a fair game at this point, but I'll give it a little credit for actually being able to still run an editing software. Shout out this MacBook. But honestly, we've come a super long way. I'm proud of you, Apple. Honestly though, I still wish it had the glowing Apple logo. That would still be sick. This one might be a forgotten one, but the Apple TV. I can't tell which one's new. I can't tell which is the newer one. So here is the first ever Apple TV box that came out in 2006. This was pretty much a way to stream shows from iTunes.
It's going to let you enjoy your media on your big screen flat TV.
And then this is the newest Apple TV in 2025. Like I've never seen something built like this from Apple. It's kind of strange. And it also, dude, this thing is huge. Not too shabby for a first gen device. Oh my God, look, it still has like those freaking ports on it. Freaking ancient, prehistoric. This is a prehistoric history masterpiece right here. Versus the 2025 Apple TV. Does anybody actually use an Apple TV? Please leave in the comments if you do, because I don't know anybody that does. Because most TVs are smart now. You don't even use this. What do you even use it for? This is crazy. Look at that. The progression is crazy. The progression is wild. The remote got bigger for some reason though. This first Apple TV looks so crazy. So big. And then look at how tiny they started making them. Like what? We really downsized. That is a pattern, right? Every Apple product has gotten smaller, except for the iPhone. That got bigger. I don't know. It doesn't make sense in my head. Obviously, this is a huge upgrade just on size. Like having this versus a tiny little thing that does the same exact thing and more, obvious win. Even the design is just so much more sleek and modern. It's a really nice upgrade, I would say. I like this a lot better. Apple TV, good upgrade. First Apple TV only goes up to 720p, which is insane quality versus the 4K. Like that is insane. And this one had to be plugged in with an Ethernet cord versus this one you can just connect via Wi-Fi. And the biggest improvement on the remotes is that this one actually has Siri built in, so that's super, super helpful. Honestly, just a huge upgrade to the 2025 version. Macintosh. And possibly the Apple products with the biggest time difference is the Apple Macintosh Plus versus the newest Mac Studio. The Macintosh Plus actually launched in 1986. That's a long time ago. And this one is a 2025 Mac Studio. 2023 Mac Studio. I take that back. This one, actually, believe it or not, was more expensive than this one. I really hope it freaking works. Oh my God, this thing is heavy. I think I broke it. What even is this? Prehistoric dinosaur. Oh, is this even the right way up? It's insane. What even is this? I have no idea how this even works. This is gonna be a bit of a project to figure out, but it seems like we have all the parts. I think I'm a little bit too young for all this. See, I don't understand. How do old people have a hard time understanding new technology? Like, y'all understood this. Like, what? How do you not know how to turn your iPhone on? Make that make sense. Or is this a mouse? I don't think so. It's so dusty. Ready? Moment of truth. Seems we have a bit of a situation. Wait, I think I found it. Brother. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. This mouse is freaking crazy though. Look at this peak design right here. Sometimes you just gotta hit it. Did it work? Just turn it on. You got it to work.
Plug this in.
Okay, thank you, Apple support.
You're welcome. That'll be $299.
All you did was turn it on the computer.
You didn't.
You couldn't get it.
That floppy disk comes with external.
Okay, it comes with it, but we don't have a disc to put in there because what are we gonna put in there? What do you even use this thing for? To watch the internet videos on the interweb? Okay, so we got our Macintosh Plus up and running, and surprisingly, this freaking stupid looking mouse actually works. Like, that is so cool, and I'm pretty sure the keyboard works too. However, we do need this thing. It's called a floppy disk. Apparently, this was used in schools. It was used in work for Microsoft Word. Yeah, Microsoft Word and Aldous PageMaker, which is so crazy because this was like used for like writing and like keeping documents. Like you had to carry around this giant hunk of junk, respectfully. As silly as this thing looks now, back in the day, it was a cool thing to have, and it was a step in evolution. It was a step in mankind. But now it's just really loud and doesn't really do anything. Like this thing is like taking all of its power to run up right now, and all it's doing is displaying this little screen with a question mark. Very, very obviously outdated. I wonder if we're ever gonna look back at this and look at the Mac Studio and think the same thing. Because like this looks so futuristic and new, but I wonder if we'll look back and be like, oh my God, that's so prehistoric. I don't see that coming, but who knows? So this is the new Mac Studio. Honestly, it's kind of big. It's not a small device. Oh. That box is so nice. Oh, here she is. Oh, this one's still kind of chunky. Oh, this is just hilarious to see side by side. Like this versus this. And one cable. Lovely. I'm so grateful that we have made such great technological advancements because I don't know if I could live with this today. And all you have to do to get this one to start up is plug it in like this. And then now this is the Macintosh Plus mouse versus the newest Magic Mouse. How times have changed. So cool, dude. Look at that. This is like a little history lesson for all of us, huh? So much thinner, more sleek and modern. But to be honest with you, this one still has a better design because at least the wire's not on the freaking back. Whoever designed that, fired. Such a bad idea. Then our new and improved keyboard. It's so funny how some things are so timeless, yet so modern. Like we still use the same exact like method of typing. I can't wait till the day when we're finally just like using our eyes and our fingers like this. So crazy. I will say this is still kind of big. I think hopefully in the future we have an even smaller computer than this, but this thing is powerful. The Macintosh Plus had 1 megabyte of RAM. 1 megabyte? RAM, 1 megabyte, expandable to 4 megabytes. This has 32 gigabytes of RAM. This has no internal drive. It's booted by a floppy disk, and this has 8 terabytes. Incredible, dude. And of course, the most obvious is this is just black and white. Like this is just a black and white screen. This obviously has normal colors that we're used to. Pixel grids to retina level cinema visuals. Price at launch, the Macintosh Plus around $2,600, equivalent to $7,000 today. So if you were like, that's like, this was just as expensive as $7,000 in today's launch. This is only $2,000. Honestly, we're making good technological advances in both aesthetics and price. I feel like this, like technology has gotten a lot cheaper and more accessible. Do you hear the noise this is making right now? It's honestly a heater. It feels like hot. You could always use this thing as like a nice little portable heater. So cool to see these side by side, but it's not even fair to really compare them. Obviously, this is limitlessly more capable than this device over here, but it's kind of just nice to appreciate. And we always have to respect the history of how we got to where we are now. Wish I had a floppy disk. I did get the first Apple Watch up and running, and it is so tiny, and the screen looks absolutely horrible compared to the Apple Watch Ultra screen. Like it just looks really like pixelated and grainy compared to like the Ultra screen. But I will say, we got this started up. We've been trying to update this one for about 2 hours now, and it's still not done updating. So who's the real winner here? You know, like let's be so for real. At least this one turned on. Honestly though, what's crazy is like the user interface is pretty much the exact same as like this was the first ever Apple Watch, and the current day Apple Watches still have that same exact layout. Throughout the years, there's been a ton of upgrades to the Apple Watches. The speaker audio is better, the microphone audio is better. Obviously, it's waterproof. We can get so much more data out of the new Apple Watches than the older Apple Watches. Everything about them is just better, but I don't know, I might have to take that back because we can't even get this one to work. So, freaking Apple technology and their updates. It would be nice if we could show you guys this, but it's not updating. And the moment we've all been waiting for, the iPhone 16 versus the iPhone 1.
Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
Honestly, this is actually embarrassing. This thing will shut off if it's not plugged in. So we're gonna have to keep it charged the whole entire time. The difference in this is amazing. Yeah, just years apart. And it's just so crazy to see. Dude, this is such a pretty color. This is the iPhone 16. Oh my goodness, she's a beauty. I swear every time I like open an older Apple product, it makes me just appreciate the newer one so much more. Like, look at this. This is the iPhone 1. We're all pretty used to this one. We've got the old icons on there. This super small rounded build. This iPhone 1 launched in 2007. At least I'm older than an iPhone. So I can tell my kids, yeah, I remember back in my day, the iPhone wasn't even launched yet. I was like 3 years old. The price difference on these when they first launched, this one was selling for $600 at launch and the iPhone 16 at $800, which is crazy that like these are kind of comparable prices. Like during the time of launch, like it was a pretty comparable price actually. I mean, honestly, I would pay $600 for this back in the day. From a 3.5 inch to a 6.3 inch phone is absolutely crazy. Definitely a ton more screen real estate. Like this is just a tiny little square versus the iPhone 16 Plus. I believe it's the Plus version. Even back then they had like these really thick borders. Now there's like no borders and you have the dynamic island. It's just so much more advanced. Like look at the cameras. Like this tiny little dot versus these two like high quality 50 megapixel cameras that can shoot into 4K. And the first iPhone didn't even have a front facing camera. And this phone could only carry up to 16 gigabytes of storage versus the iPhone 16s that can go up to 1 terabyte. That's a lot of storage. And we still be running out of storage. I know. What is wrong with us? 2 megapixel? It's a 2 megapixel camera. It's a 50 megapixel camera. For good old times, we're gonna have to do a camera side-by-side comparison. So crispy, so bright. I look a little crazy, but, and then versus these. Oh my God, so insane, dude. How do we, like, what would we do if we didn't have cameras on our phone? No one would know anything that's going on in anybody's life. How do we live? I wouldn't have a job. Honestly, Apple has come such a long way in every single product that they've made. From clunky, big, heavy, barely running product to paper thin, high speed, modern, sleek devices. Apple has come a super long way, but to be honest, Apple's always been the top of the game. They still are. And the iPhone was definitely the most important upgrade in my opinion, because let's be honest, everybody has an iPhone and I don't think we want to be walking around with these every day. Apple's already come so far and I'm so excited to see where they go next.